Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Not about your grades, not about your career, not about your goals. Something deeper than all of that. Who are you becoming? Not who you want to be someday, not who you tell people you are, but right now, today, in the small, quiet moments when nobody is watching, who is the person you are slowly turning into? Because here is the truth most people never stop long enough to see. You are becoming someone every single day. The question is it who you actually want to be? And if you cannot answer that clearly and honestly right now, this video is for you. Stay till the end, because the last question I'm going to ask you is the one that changes everything. Most people think identity is fixed. They think who they are is just who they are. But that's not how it works. Every single day, whether you choose it or not, you are becoming someone. Your habits are building a person. Your choices are writing a story. Your daily routines are carving an identity, slowly, quietly, permanently. Think about it this way. A river does not cut through rock in one dramatic moment. It cuts through rock by flowing the same way every single day for years. Your identity works the same way. Every time you scroll instead of read, you become someone who scrolls instead of reads. Every time you stay up late instead of sleeping, you become someone who cannot control their nights. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you become someone who needs comfort more than progress. Not dramatically, not all at once, just slowly, day by day, until one morning you wake up and look in the mirror, and the person looking back is not quite who you thought you were becoming. There's a gap that lives inside almost every person, and almost nobody talks about it honestly. It's the gap between who you imagine yourself becoming and who you are actually becoming right now. In your imagination, you are disciplined, you wake up early, you study with focus, you eat well, you read books, you work towards something meaningful. That version of you is clear and real in your mind. But in reality, what does your actual day look like? Not the day you planned, the day that actually happened. When did you wake up? What was the first thing you reached for? How many hours did you spend on things that matter? How many hours disappeared into things that don't? I'm not asking to make you feel guilty. I'm asking because the gap between who you imagine you are becoming and who you are actually becoming is the most important gap in your entire life. And most people never look at it directly. They keep the imagined version in their head, and they never compare it honestly to the actual version being built each day, because that comparison is uncomfortable. But uncomfortable does not mean wrong. Sometimes uncomfortable is the most important thing you can feel. Here's what most people misunderstand about identity. They think the big moments define them, the graduation, the promotion, the achievement. But the truth is, your identity is not built in the big moments, it's built in the small ones. The moment you choose to get up when the alarm goes off or stay in bed for just 5 more minutes. The moment you choose to read one page or watch one more video. The moment you choose to speak kindly or react without thinking. The moment you choose to do the hard thing or avoid it one more time. These moments feel small, they feel insignificant, nobody sees them, nobody claps for them, nobody even notices them, but your identity notices, because your identity is nothing more than the sum of every small moment added together over time. James Clear said it perfectly. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. Every single small moment is a vote, and you are casting votes all day long, whether you're aware of it or not. The question is, are your votes building the person you actually want to be? So, how do you know who you are actually becoming? Not who you hope you are becoming, not who you tell yourself you are becoming, but who you are actually becoming right now. I want you to honestly answer 3 questions.
No vague answer, not comfortable answer, honest one.
Question 1. What do you do when nobody is watching? Not when there's an audience, not when there's a reward, not when someone will notice, when it's just you, completely alone, with complete freedom. What do you choose? Because who you are when nobody is watching is who you actually are. Question 2. What does your phone tell you about yourself? Look at your screen time. Look at the apps you use most. Look at what you watch when you have free time. Your phone is an honest mirror. It does not show you who you wish you were. It shows you who you actually are right now. What does it show? Question 3. If the person you are becoming right now continued exactly on that path for 5 more years, who would you be? Not who you want to be. Who would you actually be? If nothing changed, if you just continued exactly as you are right now for 5 more years, sit with that answer. Really sit with it, because that answer is the most honest thing you will hear today. So, what do you do with all of this? How do you close the gap? How do you start becoming who you actually want to be? Step 1. Get honest about who you are actually becoming. Not who you want to be, who you are actually becoming. Write it down. The real version. Not the version you show people, the version your habits are building. Because you can't change what you can't see, and most people never look. Step 2. Choose one identity to build. Not 10, not 5, just one. Who is the one version of yourself you most want to become? A focused student? A disciplined person? Someone who reads every day? Someone who wakes up early? Pick one, because identity is not built by trying to become everything at once. It's built by deciding on one thing and casting votes for that one thing every single day. Step 3. Make the smallest possible start. Not a dramatic overhaul, not a complete life transformation overnight, just one small vote for the person you want to become. Today, right now, after this video. 1 page read, 1 alarm set, 1 phone put down, 1 choice made differently than yesterday. Because the person you want to become is not built in one big decision. They're built in one small vote, repeated every day, until it becomes who you are. So, here's the question I promised you, the one that changes everything. Are you ready? 5 years from now, you will be someone. You will have become a person. That person is being built right now, today, in the choices you make after this video ends, in the habits you keep tonight, in the small, invisible moments nobody sees, but your identity counts. And 5 years from now, when you look back at today, will you be grateful for the person today's version of you chose to become? Or will you wish you had started sooner? That's the only question that matters. Not your grades, not your achievements, not what anyone else thinks of you. Just this: are you becoming who you actually want to be? Because you can answer yes, starting today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when the conditions are perfect. Today, right now, with the very next choice you make. That choice is yours. Make it count. If this video made you stop and think, hit that like button right now. Subscribe so you never miss a video like this, and share this with someone who needs to hear it today, because discipline today becomes freedom tomorrow. See you in the next one.